Hello. Yeah. It's a fair question, right? So what I mean is, we need to get back. I'm going back to roots. I talked about this a little bit last season, but it feels like this season's probably going to have more examples of applying it due to the nature of the game. I am getting less risk averse. That's not to say I'm not still playing to win, but historically, I've always played it not necessarily safe, but a lot of my offense-oriented decision-making is usually towards the less risky, less interesting lines. And the result of that is that I've actually left a lot of stuff unshown. I literally just, like, seasons would pass. It's like, alright, I guess I'm just never gonna do that, huh? This is like, yeah, we got it. All teams have a lot of counters. We could do Starkiller versus Rey for the 10,000 bajillion time. Or we can start trying other shit. I mean, it helps that Starkiller is not bad on defense this season as well, but Chris JC with bow, yes. Is today likely going to be very cheesy that bow wouldn't really get a real fight? Yes. Actually, technically, today could be a bow versus Rey Day. And that actually would be decently interesting to me, but it's not nearly as interesting to me as what we're going to do. And hey, if it loses, then we can do bow. How about that? That's my promise to you. Yep. Here is the situation. I don't know if gas is going down. It seems like he's probably not. This team is still baffling to me. Like, it'll take me getting stomped down by it for me to really respect it. I feel like this team is still, like, riding overhyped. But we'll see. Or at least I know how I would want it. Yeah, defense did pretty well otherwise. I posted 7 GLs. Plus Malachus. Plus Malgus. Plus Starkiller. Plus Treya. Yeah. Doing it. Like I said, I am less concerned with the risking losses. Not that I was doing this because I didn't think it was good. I'm just going with my gut and, like, if there's consequences, then hey, we'll learn. These are not compared to me. Actually, no, my voice is just soft up and sick, so let me adjust accordingly. I'm definitely a little bit on the softer end right now. That should be better, I would imagine. But yeah, defense did well. We only see 1 GL. I mean, you can imagine. We see Dash, we see Talzin, we see CLS. It's fairly light past that point. We do have DTMG, we do have Zory, we got CLS filler, but I was looking at this. So I had an off-meta plan for Raid this season, and they posted this instead, and I saw GK, and I was looking at it, and I was like, honestly, I don't even know if I still have their modding. I did this in TW recently, and it felt just fine. But, like, honestly, I'm hoping to hell that I never decommissioned them. Omega seems like she wasn't. I think she might have been slightly. Like, I was thinking about it, dude. It's like Bad Batch versus Rey, I had it in the chamber, and then I don't think I ever used it in GAC. I only ever used it in TW. And I used it in TW a pretty fair amount, but, like, I mean, I never used it in GAC because I was like, well, Starkiller's just right there. But Starkiller's not here. And in my mind, the math is there. The math is adding up that I think this would be interesting to try. And interesting to try is good enough for me. Yeah. We'll finally get to do it. No guarantee that's going to go perfectly. I don't know what GK is going to do to us. We do have a buff immunity that we could try to slap on him. I do kind of feel like we want this extra health. I don't know if we care about this being one of our only real Rebel Crons left. Alright. If I sort it this way... Okay, we do have a few left. Yeah. I think we can afford it. Rebel set stacking offense cron? Hell no, that is massively overrated. Yeah. Alright. We'll settle in. Let's see. If we defense 140%, so 450% defense total. Killing Rey has been historically kind of a pain for Bad Batch in the past, but I'd imagine light side buff should feel pretty decent here. Let's just see how it plays. We need to get a buff immunity on Zory. We ideally want to get a fairly fast takedown on GK. Echo AoE should feel pretty good on Barris, but it depends on how fast she'll get the auto cleanse out. And we really want to make sure that we get the stun on Benj to try to stop him from AoE dispelling us. We really like our translation, and I'm not really interested in giving it up. So that's about everything going on here. Let's give it a shot. Alright, she makes the CI. Interesting. So he was faster than our Echo. I don't know if I hate that. Omega being slowed isn't the end of the world for us. DK's taunting, we expect this. So I had an old turn order for fighting the Bros. But lately it's passive enough, I think we just play it kind of default. We eat that just fine. Wrecker didn't get the heal block. That's the main thing we care about, I would imagine. Cycle cooldowns. We are a little bit scared of Rey going a second time here. We need to buff up Wrecker, heal him up. GK's out of lock, so he's killable. Wrecker flex. He's back to full. Gets eat out of the whirlwinds. Decent buffs off of Zory. We're not getting too much Timber that we care about having this on us, but it would still be good to get down. So whoever did whatever, I appreciate it. I'll check you in a sec. You just stay focused on here. Oh, she's inspired. That mastery is a potential problem. The fuck? How'd she just go twice with that cow? Five % TM for every buff dispelled? On who? Is there a clause I'm forgetting? Alright, question number 2. Do we care about taking the preload, or would we rather just give Bo a full fight? Kill Ben in timeout? I mean, we can. But right now I'm kind of more curious on if we just want to give Bo a full thing to chew on rather than have somebody clean up something. I mean, we could just fit Zory if we really wanted to. 5% TM for every buff dispel. Who are you referring that to? That's not on Zory, right? Oh, are you just talking about the 5% Terminator for every debuff inflicted? I didn't see if she got that off. When I stripped multiple instances of protection up from Zory. I'm looking at Zory's kit right now, and I have no idea what clause you're referring to. Her AoE gives allies turn meter for inflicting debuffs. That is the only reference to turn meter in her entire kit. Oh. Yeah, I gotcha. It didn't matter in TW, though. But I don't know if I fought GK in TW. Maybe. Like, the problem that is happening in my mind is, do we want to give Bo the full fight? Like, if they're showing this much cheese, I would imagine there's not that much rear. Like, if we just end up holding Bo for rear and it's nothing, then that's gonna feel a little bit sad. I guess we just go fishing, see what happens. Yeah, he does that. 40 stealth stacks. Yeah, I mean, the mastery, GK providing the extra magic protection, like, the best part of him in this team. It did actually end up mattering. Her ult isn't supposed to kill anybody otherwise. We can go the Finn route. Man, I really want to just... back out? Dude, I fucking wanna. Is this just me not following my principles again? I'm kind of being greedy here because I kind of want to see, like... The problem is, from our arena test with Bo, I'm actually not that interested in Bo here. I feel like she's got it. Her Omicron solved all of the issues that we had in arena testing with her, so like, I feel like this team is almost a softball compared to, like, if there's anything decent behind. I would much rather see her there. Okay, so, like, honestly, the opener of that played exactly as normal. I think it was just Bad Batch has to respect GK, same as the other off meta that I had planned. So that's interesting. Bo ostensibly wouldn't care about GK, so if anything, if we assume that GK is bad for Bad Batch there, because the Mastery is gonna be a problem that Bad Batch... I mean, what, you could try to get that buff immunity on her and dispel her early, but realistically, that's not likely. So maybe you use Bo against Ray GK, and if it's not Ray GK, then we just use one of the other two off meta that we have. I could see that. Yeah, the Mastery I understand. I'm still a little bit surprised that she lapped, though. We're not slow. I've never seen Ray lap. Oh well. I really don't want to use them on cleanups, man. It is a Barris, though. We kind of had to respect Barris, I'd imagine. Yeah, have fun. There's two Zory versus GL fights that I have in mind for this season. But I guess today will not be that day. She ulted Sortie Basic back to her? Yeah, but Sortie Basic doesn't really feed her any extra turns. It was on 99% turn meter when everyone took turns. Interesting. So it just happened to flow that way. Technically, we kind of care about our damage output, but like we don't really have that many light side buffs, so I feel like we shouldn't actually spend it here. I don't know. This seems about ballpark. Yeah, why not? Something like that. I don't know, like that's the weird part. I really don't feel bad about that outcome. Like, we still mowed everybody down to half health. If GK wasn't present, I feel like it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It was interesting. I guess maybe the one concern would be if Ben Solo puts heal block on Wrecker instead. We give her a lot of warlocks. That's up to us. So Finley gives separate procs of Terminator per ally, right? So like, it actually doesn't matter, by the way. I think we're still kind of fine with that. Annoying as it is. The stealth, on the other hand, I might just start fishing for a buff immunity on Zory just so we can advance our game plan. Didn't expect to skip there, but no complaints. There's overflows. Actually, if anything, if Ben Solo was alive, getting Finn rolled at the start is actually kind of a convenience. That's funny. Now we have to let her out with her ult with 4 people left alive, so that is a slight risk here, I would say. This is where losing Finn feels pretty bad. Everyone should be health modded, so I think we're about as not okay, but prepared as we could be. Not quite prepared though. Alright. Fine enough. She got back over 50%, but like still just Geos or Trench or whatever. Probably Geos. Really don't even feel like I need to give them a crown. I mean, it is improved defense, I guess. Let's not be dumb. I mean, I say that, but it's still like, I don't know, man. Geo's getting to do their thing will just kind of inevitable you out, give you the opportunity. That's bad versus right now yourself. I would say let me guinea pig more often. Keep in mind that I've played it plenty. I put it this way: I played it plenty, and like something like GK was still enough to just like change the fight enough to blindside me. Still kind of feels like it's cozier in TW, or at least you have to worry less about stuff like Ben Solo just murking you. Although I need to check what Ben Solo's average speed is. If we can't get Echo over, that might be a little bit spooky. But like if he just happens to remove Echo's Thermometer first, it's a little bit fucked up. We would want Echo to go first reliably, I would imagine. How many dark side buffs do I have compared to light side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to spend 1 on a cleanup. I mean, it's a fantastic effect for Geos. The Geos because Ewoks are actually an okay team now. I just don't like Geos that much. I'm sorry, I said it. I guess maybe that's strong, but I just never really felt like I needed them. Like, this tool set feels fine. I like the extra bulk. I like the extra resilience for Ray ults. I respect what Geos offer. I just don't really feel like I need it. We need to let it cook longer. Double so that we get another soldier turn. Nope. Goopy defense, pretty good effects. Damn, dude, I didn't even cheap out on crowns that much. It was like 35% crit damage with dark side buffs. Okay, 20% health still keeps her under, so we could just go for attrition. Normally I'd save that, but I don't think we're worrying about double nuke. I think we're just going for a good one here, so... Definitely possible I could regret it, though. These basics cleansing her is effectively costing us nuke damage, so I'm going to save it one more time. We need the debuffs as much as we need the buffs. Nope. Still under. Okay, so yeah, using Spy Surge. I don't think it's gonna cost us the entire win, but huge difference. He barely beat Geo Soldier out. Alright. Her damage did not change. Just the setup that's annoying. There we go. Ship banners though. I mean, it's just banners, but our defense did plenty of damage. We have the budget for ship banners as long as we don't run out of teams. I mean, normally I would say Radna's a bad idea, but if there's a Reva back wall, we have other options. I'd imagine Raditz is fine here. Feels really bad to give these up. Also, we have CLS on the offense, don't we? How many rebel teams do we have? Pause. CLS, I would say, is the only other real main one. I don't know that I'd ever dare trying Phoenix against Night Sisters without Captain Rex.
What to say?
Hey, I'll just say anything, man. I appreciate that. 35 months. Also, who was it that did a bit fight? Oh, Boo Boo Bee Boo. I give it a tier 1 sub both of y'all. Okay. Yeah, what are we worried about here? We're not getting that much turn meter. I guess Baze is? Does Baze like ever get stuck in a weird way? To, like become easier to kill? You have a decent amount of buffs to punish Baze for being Baze. Maybe I'm supposed to just go SRP. Oh, is the music still too loud? I feel like I'm like exceedingly quiet right now. Deeply offended Poggle is cringe. I can't say I agree. I feel like Baze out SRPN is very arguable here, but having Baze against Scout Trooper, there's a decent amount of reasons why we would want a Dispel here, I think. But I'm just gonna keep him for now. Possibly regrettable. We'll see. Music a little louder? Okay. With how that preload ended up, I actually kind of do just wish that I got to yellow science bow on Ray. Oh well. Hey, what's up? I mean, she just goes to the stealth reactively, right? Like, this kind of can't really matter, I would imagine. I don't think we're scared of losing anybody. I think we're okay to just push some buttons, grab some charge. The buff ability is very nice. Can't complain. 30% TM steal, not too bad. Like, that's the goofy thing, is we're not actually, like, farming explosives off of them much at all. It's just... it doesn't really do anything. Unless you mass print TM. Yeah, so they got the Gideon super taunt up, but Storm is here with the Air Ultimeter. We have days on, so I guess technically it is arguable that maybe it'd be better to just cash in this, but let's just go for this. Yeah, Redis has this anyway. I don't remember the exact math for Redis getting buffs, but is this just like AoE into ults? Yes, it is. I kind of want to use metal first. Just use it to set up our foundations, get the tanks taunting again. I don't hate that. Get a bit of heal out. Okay, so yeah, Gideon hit base with a 400k hit. I think base probably was just infinitely TM locking himself. My gut was right. Let's just get you a turn. How about that? Wasn't Jin missing like half of her protection bar? And we got a 65? Why? What do you mean by that? Explain yourself. Spark first. Like, the scariest part about Spark first is when you're facing a team that, like, can punish you for trying to go around the horn once. Like, right, like, Inquisitors can fuck you up, right? Like, all it takes is one, like, Grand Inquisitor AoE or one misplaced 7 Sister Biddle, and, like, yeah, your Redis just doesn't get to play the video game anymore. Gideon just doesn't do shit to you. Like, going around the horn one more time, it feels way less scary. Gideon trash confirmed. He's not bad. He's just not a defense team. He's a niche offense TM Punisher. There's nothing wrong with him. Even in GAC, like, he's not TW only. He's just niche. As long as people keep on applying him in places where he's not built to go. Like, yeah. Let's do the Bounty Hunter Night Sister fight. I feel like this should be... oh, the Night Sister top. Just kidding. What am I doing here? I do have Biden, I guess. Do I have Biden? I do have Biden. I mean, item versus CLS isn't exactly surefire these days. That doesn't hurt, though. Do I care about DTMG Imperial Remnant, like, splitting? We don't have a Piet, so technically, like, classic Troopers are in as the Remnants are possibly out. It's like, what? We go here. Hey, we're out of Troopers. Sure, man. Y'all even modded? Probably not. It's not none. That's more like it. That's more my tempo. I don't mind something like this. It's a little bit too, almost too professional for the matchup, I would say, but all right, where are we at? I got the difference between rank 3 and rank 1 is 8% crit damage. Behold my best offering. What's my skill rating? I actually fell a lot because I took the last week off. I'm at like rank 100 or something. Usually I camp out on the second bracket, rank like 9 to 16. Yeah, it was the holidays. I needed some time to recharge. I'm still kind of taking some time to recharge. I haven't fucking touched Conquest yet. Probably about to start. Feels like breaking the seal on Conquest is going to be breaking the seal on Tickets of Time. But like, I don't know. I didn't really need this much time, but like being sick kind of just extended it, you could say. Anyway. I'm pretty sure he's not mudded either, but you know what? That's for us to find out. That'll be our little secret. I imagine we'd rather focus on bays than L3. Could be it's not Scoundrel, right? So L3 can't even technically help him. But the blind will still be annoying. And we need to respect it. There's one. The blind's about to come out, but like using the AoE now feels a little bit bad, I think. Like usually when I cleanse one, the debuffs get really bad. I'm gonna do that. Farm some more AoEs, get some more turn meter, stay further ahead. Alright, there's the blind. Now we just need identity to get to turn. No, still fine. Got what I came for. Uh-huh. Stop by here real quick. Take that real quick. Take you real quick. Put you down real quick. Get a 65 real quick. Captain Rex, I think, is the main item blocker there. Like Captain Rex over L3. I've lost that actually. Like it had to have been last season, right? It's actually pretty good. I don't know if it's the best usage of Captain Rex, but it really kind of depends on where this gas comp lands, right? It's not Afro, what is it? Okay, here's an interesting question. I was a little bit nervous to use Zory against Gideon. Right, again, like, you look at it. It is. All allies gain 3% turn meter for each resistance ally. Now that could be read as 3 times 5, or that could be 15 times 1. But it is potentially a lot of turn meter. Now Gideon is not good against percent health, but he could absolutely just get fucking mowed Zory style. And as dunk on Zory, I'm gonna save him for my sister. Standard practice. I mean, technically Bo might have a chance against Jabba that like could be interesting to try, but Bo just gets absolutely dunked by Bauschkron. And I'm not going to assume there isn't a Bauschkron unless I see there isn't a Bauschkron. So, I mean, more than likely people are just holding Jabba, but that's the strategic logic, if you will. Maybe we can inverse test. Maybe this will be the information on should I have used Zory against Gideon or not. How about that? Okay, how much Banner Blade do we have? I don't want to, like... Again, I'm still playing to win. But, like... minus 20. Because they didn't clear... Like, yeah, it's a big number back there, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't actually get killed. So it's minus 20, minus 40, minus 70. As long as we're not punished for yellowing Gideon. If we lose this fight, we still have a 20 natural advantage. 40 natural advantage. We could try it. We could probably get away with it. I really don't think it's a heavy rear, but we'll see. I'm kind of curious. This is going to go one of two ways. Either it perfectly counters Fin lead, or it doesn't matter and Zory just melts. Definitely risk of Zory just melting. I guess Gideon's interesting here, though, right? He does get in, and we don't have Padme. I mean, technically I have, like, the Tripper Crons, but I don't know, man. That's just on defense for the most part. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, something like... People ever put gas on defense to high up in Kyburn? Yeah, fairly often, actually. I mean, depending on where the gas Rex hype lands, like, I would say it's definitely probably a little bit more common now than it used to be, but I don't know. He was fairly standard for me. More so recently, like, Ufu defense kind of caused the gas versus Ray resurgence last season that felt pretty good, and that has been, or felt pretty fine to stick with, so I was pulling him more than I usually did. That makes sense. I feel like it's this. What the fuck do I care about Stormtrooper here? They have tenacity up anyway. Interesting. I mean, the explosives? I mean, the explosives is bad, but it's a question of what happens after the first exposed hits. Do they gain 5% turn meter, or do they lose, like, 35%? Right? If it's 3% 5 times, then that's minus 35%. If it's 15% once, then that's plus 5%. But don't be wrong, I'm not disagreeing with you. There's like a 70% chance that their first turn is just gonna, like, one-shot or Dark Trooper, Beskar, Moff Armor Gideon. I'm honestly just curious. I want to see it. I check it out of the opposite, right? I had the opportunity to play Zory against Gideon. Am I checking it out on both ends? I kind of want to know. So you should work on the wording. I mean, the wording isn't technically wrong. It's just that the distinction never mattered until now. BAG is the acronym of the choice. I see DTMG way more, personally. Yeah, like, in my mind, there's not a whole lot that, up here that punishes us yet for what we have left. I feel like I could just sack a Gideon. I want to know. Will it blend? Also, partially, like, Stormtrooper hits a lot different with set 11 with, like, a good Trooper Cron, but that shit's on defense. They're not a relevant factor here. They're totally outspeeding Gideon, though. Alright, are they taking 5 turns in a row, or are they taking exactly 1 turn? Oh, no, we are faster. Well, it's not our HP. We don't really have to worry about upsetting the combo, but I guess we're just here anyway. This will proc his extra turn, but not too bad. Kind of care more about the dispel here, maybe. But I feel like they're just outspeeding us right now because of the speed down. It's kind of a problem. I wasn't looking at their TM bar, so I would say that's still inconclusive. This is a decent looking AoE. If the theory is right, then they should have shredded the defense a bunch that this AoE. And it's not that right. He also gets melted by counterattacks. This feels like soft confirmation that they have to be losing Terminator on expose. Again, I'm not looking at it. Like, I'm not actively like monitoring their Terminator bar, so I can't say. It's like barely increasing. It's not going down, so I think it's counting as 50% once instead of 3% 5 times. Seems to be. So, okay, this is still... Like, Zory, you would imagine, will muscle through rather than getting locked down. So, if anything, I actually would have been fine to just do Zory against the Gideon, I think. For future purposes. There's no reason to play this out, right? I completely forgot he had revives. Wasn't it supposed to be revival or some shit? Like, it's so weird. He's definitely hampering the usual Zory steamroll. We did not even crit there. Really tragic. Alright. Okay, so the original option actually would have been fine. Well, we could just go Qui-Gon. Gideon lacks damage. I mean, it's not a GAC problem. We've seen him do good damage on squad rating. Yeah, it's just all about matchups. They were getting Terminator once instead of 5 times. If they were getting Terminator 5 times, their defense would have been nothing, and we would have gotten, you know, crazy 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 damage hits off. Again, you need to put Gideon into matchups where they're gaining huge amounts of Terminator. Not huge amounts, but huge numbers of proc. We were testing to see if it was 50% Terminator once or 3% Terminator 5 times. I'm fairly certain that it was 50% once. So Gideon's effectiveness was cut down massively because of that difference. It's not his fault. Gideon does exactly what he says he does. If he loses, there's nobody to blame but the player, right? You hunt for the situations that he's built to hard counter, and he does exactly what he's built to do. You put him in any situation past that, and you can't be upset when his kit doesn't get to punish people for getting Terminator when they just don't gain that much Terminator. Like, Gideon worked wonders for the opponent? I mean, what? We ran Baze, who gained a bunch of Terminator. Hey, look at that. Baze constantly gaining Terminator sets up an easy kill for the Gideon team. They couldn't do shit to the rest of the squad. Isn't that like the perfect indication or example of what we're talking about here? You had one guy on the squad who mass prints Terminator on himself. And he never gets to take a turn, and he dies extremely easily. The rest of the squad goes completely untouched and wins easily. That's exactly what I'm trying to explain here. Oh yeah, true about Rose Omicron. That is oh man. Huh. Actually, I do have Rose Omicron, so if anything, I might have had it worse than the opposite of what just happened, right? If I was on the attacking end, that actually still might have gone worse for me. That's really interesting. Yeah, I got you, Steve. I just want to make sure, or like, I'm trying to be as transparent here as possible. It's like, yeah, that's why I did the due diligence going in of like, is this 50% times 1 or 3% times 5? Good news for this Zory squad, at least. I feel like we're just doing Keller in here. Or, I call it Keller, it's just fucking Qui-Gon. Hey, Darth Puppy. Thank you for the gift that's up, man. Appreciate all the support, guys. We all had a good, restful holiday. Oh. Bring it back. And Kelleran's here. I don't think I care about Kelleran lead. What is doing Qui-Gon? Wow, that isn't that much. Dude, like, I'm really glad you pointed it out, because honestly, it completely changes the takeaway, in my opinion. I really don't know if Zory wins that match when you add Rose Omicron. It's 5% per, right? That is the shit that Gideon's looking for. Less than 5% Terminator gain applied very frequently. Like, that's what he wants. That's his wheelhouse. What am I doing here? Like, yeah, that's the crit damage cron. Do I want it to go to them? There's like exactly 2 light side buffs left. 3 light side buffs left. That's a JML cron. It's not real. 2 light side buffs left. We have at least 1 scanner cron going in. I don't know. Sure, man. We get to see Keller and Beck savioring Qui-Gon in action. Oh boy. Surely this will be an upside and not a downside. All right, do it to him. This is the riskiest part. The moment they have eyes for people not named Qui-Gon, problems begin to ensue. If anything, I'm actually kind of curious on if I should have just Makashi swap, go for the cleanse. Was it the savior proc? I think that was just him falling under half, right? They don't have Precision Zero Pose at the very least. It's what? It's just Rose going for a stun on Anakin as the biggest threat. What a weird thing. And she did it. And they immediately went for the kill on Qui-Gon. So Savior here actually technically upside. We had the nightmare scenario happen, and the Savior technically got us out of it for the moment. Alright, I mean, hey. That was pure upside there. I don't know if we're winning this at this rate. They seem to be tanky as hell. I was gonna say, this is a relic 5 pin. What are we doing here? Alright. Boom. The moment of truth. Is Trey interesting? Isn't Savage just gonna fucking melt everyone? I mean, Bo isn't doing too terribly many debuffs, but Bam's birds at least make some. Huh. What's the most interesting fight we could do for Bo? I don't know if this is it. Like, Bo's gonna be miserable again. Like, Bo A is bad against debuffs. Well, okay. Bo is bad against serious debuffs, of which there are more than a few here. Let's get ourselves in position to clear without needing Bo to do some real shit, and then we can go window shopping. Are we doing Bo against Night Sister? I don't think so. I was thinking, well, wait. I was thinking Bounty Hunter is here, but there is a gas that we could just Bounty Hunter instead. We did use Qui-Gon, so we don't have the normal gas kill there. I guess we do just have JML and Afra and similar such teams. Is there a GL standing? Nope, Ray was the only GL. They held 7. I think Bounty Hunters is interesting. Oh yeah, we also have Riva. That too. She exists, I guess. Do we care about Zam? Not that Zam is bad by any means. Maybe something like this. Little nice pickup stat package. I guess Boba's maybe find her interesting, but eh. This is usually the Marincron. Could just be something like this. Our damage output really can't matter that much. Bow versus Tuskens. Tuskens literally counter bow. Bad idea. Again, any team that features any real debuffs at all, such as a reactive stun, Bow will just hard fold to. So, ye be warned. Also, pause would feed a lot of 3-meter. All right. Do we want to feed Marin Term? No. At least not yet. Those are the two most annoying stuns we could possibly have gotten. Cool, cool, cool. Our anti-plague is good. Our anti-plague stun... different story. More healing. More contract. We're full anyway. Let's just get contracts. He dispelled our buffs? Apparently we're not ready. Okay. I guess it's Marin. I was actually thinking maybe Talisman just to get Plague to chill out, but we'll revert Night Sisters back to their 2018 state. How about that? That's probably a fine choice. What the? Okay. Okay. Listen, bud. It wasn't really meant to be your show. Still just a good basic, huh? But I just have CLS. I completely did not connect those dots. Alright. Well, it's Tusken Chron season. The Tusken Infinite ramp definitely works here. Where else does it work? I mean, we're probably doing it against Phoenix, right? I'd imagine. Phoenix being the realest of teams here. Kind of just want to try Cal against Treya and no JML. We did it once. Who's to say we couldn't just do it again? Good old Twitch. And that. Warrior Cron. Yep. Should be auto win, I would assume. Probably. Forty momentum. Infinite stacking crit damage. I was gonna grab this actually. It truly does not matter what we do here. 200k single hit basic. Somehow only 45 cannons. Para. Okay. Just kidding, I guess. And then. Good old hard counter. Alright, CLS here, JCal here. Wait, is Bo versus Gas ever interesting? Do I want Bo and friends to just get... No, that Ancestral would stack Gas's offense like crazy. That does not sound good. Okay, do we have a viable path to victory? Generally everywhere else. Gamel, Afra, Reva, Thelos, Marin... Let's do it, dude. No, I think we got it. Okay, no. I think we got it is strong. I think it'll be interesting is more accurate. Those are one good CLS cron lefts. Man. Okay, whatever. CLS doesn't give a shit about light side buffs anyway. Who am I kidding? Defense famously important stat against Nihilus and Annihilate too. Alright. We got triple LB bow. We got immediate Beskar, and we got Taunt Ignore. We have various and assorted activities. I'm gonna apply some pressure. Let's see what's up. Hey, hi. Oh god, you procced. Can I just like tell you to chill? I really don't need you to do anything. Literally anything. I'm just gonna use basic. Still gonna proc Savage 4 times. God damn it. Yep. Looked good until we procced Friends. And then there were problems. We really don't want to get Nihilus down too far. Okay, bad news on that front. Hey, Bam. You gotta speed up. Okay. It's even, yeah. Yep. All right. So it wasn't even a kill regardless. I maybe could have tried on talent, but this was pretty much doomed. Not surprising. Alright, normal plan. Seals against Gas. Gala against Treya. Stuff happens up top. What's killing Tusken's the best? We're just doing Afro, probably. Probably. Oh god, right, dude. I'm so. Oh. I mean, we came out of 3v3. I was so just like. I'm so used to the 3v3 Revive Omicron when I think of Tusken Battlecrown seasons. So, like, JML even would not care here at all. I mean, that's generally just gonna be true, I guess, all these teams, I'd imagine, but. I was giving this team more respect than it really demands. All right. We're just gonna park on anyone not named a warrior. I really don't want to skip turn, but I guess everyone else is going to have Jackson asset anyway, that our AoE isn't actually all that good in a weird way. Weird. But, oh no, it's a bonus turn. Right. This is a cozy parking spot. Did not mean to proc warrior. Let's get the fuck at it. Really just trying to forestall the one-shot bonk until we can at least try to true damage him down. Oh, I don't even think we have that much like here. I mean, it was close. I was gonna say at some point we should have enough ramp tenacity, but I guess ramped offense is also true. Make hybrid zero. I'm still partial to the Beskar idea. Auto Nuke Star Killer with Beskar. I mean, EP Mara, you'd imagine getting a lot of turn meter. Starkiller himself doesn't really know. And TW is sure. Because Gideon only shreds the person who gains Terminator, right? Not the entire team, I believe. Oh, Leia. I don't have sea loss. Well, now what? I mean, what? I guess I should just... One, two, but possible fail. 3, 4. Could be 5 if it really needed to be. We don't really want to stretch past that. It's weird to think about. So what would we want? Nuke Treya? And then go for like a Mace Cal beatdown on Savage, and then go for Stunlock. Repeat on Nihilus so that he can't annihilate? I guess? We need to make sure we don't go too low. We got plenty of time, just to make sure. Okay. Okay, we have JML. JML. JCal. NS. Riva. We have a really goopy bootleg Sealas. Hardly even worth mentioning. Algus trash, I guess. Sealas trash. Dash above them. And we're dealing with what? Tougher than expected? I mean, you throw teams in a blender, you expect to run out of teams. It's not surprising. I just want to make sure that we don't try too much science without risking reaching the point of no return. Right, if we want to play it safe, we probably just do something like Jamal versus Treya, Riva against Gas, JCal up top, Nightsister up top, and we just call it a day there. Like Cal against Treya is something that I've done before, and I feel like I remember it feeling pretty good. I kind of want to try it again. Ability block is annoying, but I don't think it's really gonna hamper those other teams too terribly. If I ever do Gar SC versus Gas, it would have been nice to have had today for sure. They are currently preoccupied. No, if I had them on offense here, it would have been excellent. The main situation that makes me nervous for Gar ISC is more so on 3v3 because it's the same issue that Wampa has where there's less opportunities to counterattack. I mean, anyway, we could even like Wampa here against Gas, and that would be fine too. Let's try this. Or if I did JKR lead or JKL lead. I guess JKR against Treya, Mark on Treya is kind of funny because we get the reductions that like maybe we don't even have to nuke her. I don't hate that actually. Tenacity up. We don't have too much though. We get off a JKR lead. Got it. Also, my win rate with Bad Batch versus Ray Ben. That was actually one of the first times I think I've ever gotten to do it in GAC. And TW, it's very high. Granted, I haven't done it in TW. It's definitely been less than 10 times. I don't know what the total count was. Floated Jedi team. I mean, it only really steals. Like, this is the core 4 I prefer with JML. It's just a kind of janky 5th, potentially. I think Omega is needed. Omega is one of the best members of the team. It literally only works because of her. Nah, I put Padme in JMK. So we just save JKL stun until Trey is dead, right? We can use Hermodita, Foresight, Deny, First Nihilist Drain if we get that far. Yoda would actually be so nice here, man, but I don't know that I want to take Yoda out of JML. Nah. We'll behave. But yeah, the Foresight would be sick. I'm a little bit nervous about the Retribution feeding Savage too much. That's a lot of counterattacks. That could just, like, combo us to oblivion. We are giving them a decent amount of turn meter from Talon. I guess that's a little bit spooky. I actually kind of screwed up, I think, by not debuffing her enough. Now we lost Mark. A little bit awkward. And because she wasn't actually that debuffed, we weren't actually getting that many max health reductions on her. Like, we needed more mace assist calls, I think. I think this is basic into Cal, bounce to JKR, back to Cal, kill Trey. Alright, he is stunnable now, but we don't have anything like Basilisk or for crowd control. We have that, though. We run the plan that we made. That I did not expect, and I'm a little bit concerned about that. We need to knock it out bulked, and we kind of are. Base was important. Almost. Actually came very close. Also keep in mind that team was like all relic 5. I don't know, like I made some weird choices as well. But like usually we're fighting Alarites. I'd imagine that usually goes much worse. I don't understand why Nihilus was because of trailing, dumb. I feel like I used Grandmaster Yoda last time, and I feel like it was a huge improvement because of the tenacity up as well. I don't regret saving Grandmaster Yoda for JML in the slightest, but I could definitely feel the difference there. I am the true carry, the timer burner. The dream. Well, I did his job, so we're now roughly overqualified on teams. Is it weird that I should kind of wish I let Rex go? What if it's just basic? If that's true, then I kind of wish I went Netflix. Nah, we're kind of pocketed, aren't we? That's acceptable. Why are my cooldowns not cycling on people that I call up? Did you get a double cooldown increase or something? I guess. Yep. Sledgehammer. I mean, yeah, Jamel versus Gas can go south if you don't have, like, good damage pressure on them. 100% protection Datacron tends to solve that issue to some degree. But yeah, I think we could have played that a little bit better. I think Ewoks opener for once actually feels pretty decent there. And you can option select based on whether you do or don't ability block Rex. You can either speed up your damage or sandbag a bit. How much percent protection was on that Cron again? 100. As you do. Just a very normal thing. Very standard. And then it'll be a real bummer if this nest has enough tenacity to be a killjoy. Okay. Confirms she does not. So rising that dash team. I feel like we're reviving. Yeah, they're pretty much just banner attacks. Luckily for me, defense did well enough. This is not a banner attacks type of event. feel like I felt that once before, and I feel like it was weird. Don't really remember what to change about it. Oh wait, isn't that just like easy Leviathan mirror? Why wouldn't it be? Technically doesn't need to be here. Why not? Ah, fuck it, get out of here. We lose the coin flip. Cool, cool, cool. I guess we could have done the droid one first, but I don't know. I feel like I just prefer the insta kill. Alright, then that move puts us in front. A little something. A little something. Get old first. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was probably a misplay to do droid first. I just wasn't looking for the ship destruction. I think that's an AoE move for some reason. Okay. Actually, give me full protection on Sith Assassin too. Kind of wild. What if it is went for Spy first? And then Spy definitely died and didn't evade 5 times. What then? The Bad Batch versus Rey thing, I mean, I know that a few other people picked it up and said that, like I don't think R9 Wrecker was technically necessary. It is a fairly high commitment team. Like, I'm not necessarily recommending it as being like the best investment. But if you're fighting against the average Rey squad, like not top GAC shit, it's pretty easy. But again, like you're also This is why I'm saying it's like, right? GK. Caused some problems I wasn't really expecting. Like, you gotta be prepared for the fact that raid teams nowadays change constantly, that you gotta be able to roll with the punches. It's not the most carefree team like something like Starkiller is. Starkiller is generally fine with whatever you put in. He's just gonna mow you down anyway. I think we get the kill here, right? Yep, 2-piece. Strongest possible profundity team comp. Best possible reinforcements. The thing I would say for a bad batch is that, like, I don't know, whatever, I guess, like, Starkiller has, like, similar RNG. But what I was gonna say is, like, you're guaranteed the heal block, you're not necessarily guaranteed the stun, so keep in mind that bad batch, like, you know, let's say 2 stun attempts on Benzilla or something both miss. You're probably gonna be a little bit sad. If you're just, again, if you're just like a fan of the faction, go with God. But it's not even the best off-meta break counter I have in mind for this season. That was more so just... The other counter I had in mind, weirdly enough, was also going to have an issue with GK. So I figured Bad Batch would have an easier time. Which, to be fair, technically, that statement is true. Bad Batch was more okay against GK than Plan A was going to be. But GK still spelled their doom anyway. So, what you gonna do? Hang on. I mean, this just guarantees that we win, right? We're up by 51 banners. Wampa? No. We're cheating. How about this be a GAC? Good game to Dr. Arkle. A lot of GLs, huh? I see. That is a layout. What do I have? Not much. Alright. Probably not killing the layout. So we're playing against their willingness to check the GAC board before things that I see. This is a very weird mix. I forget, without GI, they don't pre. Or do they? Yeah, I don't think they do. GI is the one who starts everyone with one stack of purge, right? So she'll go, but she's just rolling for a normal heal block at everyone, which is way less devastating. I forget, do I have a real Marin yet? I don't think I do. Alright, look at their DI. Okay. That disarm kind of sucks. There we go. Oh, the DI comes in barely. Man, no, I wish I did Sword Trickers in. I was really hoping we could skip. Yeah. What do I want to try? No, actually, let's do this. I do want to. We'll do a no training wheels. Actually, this being the classic team is actually a little bit harder for us. In a kind of funny way. That is a skip that I have not hit in quite some time. That kill shot used to give me a lot of trouble with theory crafting. Yeah. Poe is the #1 problem of all. We are infinitely scared of. I think we can push for that. Yeah, we get that, but. If Ben topples, I think we should just have to go for basic here and hope that she doesn't have whirlwinds. Hey, she extremely has a whirlwind and gas is sitting down. Okay. Well. That lined up extremely tragic. There's a decent chance she just dies right now, though. We greed out for the AoE Ben kill into the kick Ray kill. Hell yeah. Not even close. Like, this is one of the more annoying things about fighting weaker Ray squads, is you really come to appreciate. Off meta against Ray, there is a very specific dance going on. You are entering a contract with them that they're not going to kill you too fast, and you're not going to kill them too fast. And the moment that you start killing them a little bit too fast, it's a fucking problem. I mean, it's the same shit that was happening to Riposte Star Killer against weaker Ray squads, right? It's like, you're not supposed to be allowed to get 2 whirlwinds on me before ult. The fuck? It's cheating. What is this? Honestly, being sick is one thing. I'm more so just irritated at the sleep issues this caused me. I'm not sure how you want to formulate this. We do have Star Killer. We do have the Wonder Boys, although they're only like 3. They're not really of the right persuasion. I think I'm honestly just not holding enough. I'm down to just yellow bounty hunters. I think we need to. Good stat package for this. I'm just a little bit worried. Yeah, so she gets the heal block up because there's no accompanying purge. It's not the locked business. I think we're pretty okay here. No debuffs. Sure, no debuffs. Yeah, well now we have exceedingly less choice but to debuff. Wait, why did he get ults? He was a sliver out before. Was tiptoeing. Dude, it feels like Bam's Nuke is taking forever to come out. We've only did so many crit hits. And there isn't going to be another, I guess. It don't matter at this point. We technically want to keep it, I guess. River being done is good. Hey, spending Bobcat. Even the Twitch Prime in. Yeah, very much appreciated. I think we are out of shit. We can JML, JCal, Riva, Brados. Anonymous? Is it like named anonymous, or is that just like chose to do it anonymously? Someone is anonymously gifted surgical precision. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Do I not have Yoda? Oh, I do. Why am I having so much trouble thinking what I would use here? This. It was usually Ben. I didn't love Ben for the slot, but it's usually him. Okay. Castle being done, not actually all that bad for us. You could even be persuaded to argue that's kind of good. Kind of the ideal. So tired, man. I'm struggling. We're almost there. Oh, that was godlike. Oh, yeah, we're short on ult though. Well, 3 people have auto cleanse still, but a little bit worried for the one who does not. There's auto cleanse them. Thank God. All right. That helps a lot. There we go. Keep moving. Keep hoping they don't attack more. That's the most important part of the strategy. Yeah, I was worried about that. It would have been really nice if we got the kill shot there. feel like I want you out. Then I'll take you. Is this really the best way we could kill Raddus? Impediment, maybe. That crew's gonna be the days, right? ISIS squad, rather. Surely. Okay. Yeah, just don't have the damage output. That Redis is jacked tenacity or something. That works too. Alright. They don't attack. We can do these ships. I think it's fun. Ugh. Oh boy. Oh right, it's not cheesing. God, dude, I don't even know if I have this in me. Profundity against Chimera against, and then who's third? I mean, maybe. I'm taking dabs at something, dude. I like everyone that I know, and even a lot of people that I don't know, but just like see streaming online, caught something of Vegas. Like there's something going around right now. And honestly, I got the lighter end of it. You too? Yeah, you too. Oh, yep, yes sir. It fucking sucks. I know it got really quiet in the last 20 minutes, but honestly, it's because my voice is like borderline just. Like I said, best possible set of reinforcements for profundity right here. Oh, we got like 14 minutes. We're actually done. Well, we're okay so long as they're not. Okay. Probably just something like that. This is the part where it just turns out that Marauder absolutely demolishes Empire or something. Dude, I honestly can't remember what the usual Classico was here. Right, it could be TFP because Marauder's kind of fast. I imagine it was usually Gauntlet. Yeah, Interceptor is definitely like the anti-GR default way to go. I'll try TFP over Gauntlet. I feel like Gauntlet was the usual anti-GR standard. Okay. I apologize. Just kidding. I didn't mean it. This bit I do not know. Popping the foresight here doesn't actually really hurt us, because they're about to just go with their capital ship anyway. Pretty much the ideal time if there ever could be one. Dead one. That's a lot of formation. Get me the fuck out of here. Please assists. I'm asking very nicely. And we get the taunt like that. It's that easy. Okay. Yeah. That leaves us at enough to hope that this stays inactive for the next 8 minutes. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm gonna go rest. Try to find out the rest of this crap. Perhaps to start Conquest basically tonight. Yeah, we'll see. Hope y'all at least had some fun. I don't know, there was some interesting stuff. I legitimately think that both scenarios were true. I think my Zory would have lost and my Gideon would have lost because of the Rose Omicron difference. That's kind of wild. Bad match. GK sucked, but at least the opener looked good up until the point where GK gave Ray a huge mastery bomb. But yeah, before that point, yeah, did the damn thing. Mowed everybody down to 50% health, lock, waiting for it to come out, had kill opportunities before Ray got to ult. Like, that bit looked good. But, yeah, I kind of wish that I just did Bow on Ray. Just backed out, full back out, let Bow have a real, well, real-ish Ray attempts. But yeah, we're outside to many TIE fighters. I still like, it's been reported, like CG knows, but it is a legitimate shame that the second TIE fighter doesn't gain Terminator, because it's actually like a fairly huge difference for Scythe and Executrix. No, I understand. All right. No, for real. I'm out of here. Good luck in your next rounds. We'll be back. We'll see what the next opponent posts. Hopefully something a little bit more meaty and get a little bit more risky. But I can only promise what I'm gonna. I promise what I'm gonna fight. We'll see. Anyway, later.